Hi everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Touken Ranbu. It's me, FrostLVA, your lovely Saniwa for this Let's Play series. And this is the 5th time I have tried to record this episode. So, to make a long story short, you all remember probably with episode 2 where I filmed, I recorded my audio, like my game commentary, with my microphone that I normally use for voice acting. And y'all said the sound quality was great and everything like that. Well then, as we all know, the last time I tried to use the microphone, once I got it back in my possession to go back to recording the game commentary with that microphone, the audio got corrupted. Well, I gave it some time and thought, okay, since I'm gonna get a new microphone for voice acting because as I mentioned in the last episode, my microphone quality has gone down very badly, and I was like, well, I guess it's time to get a new microphone for voice acting, but I wanted to, try to still get some use out of that mic. Hachiska, baby, I'm talking. And I tried to was like, well, if I could get a few more uses out of this microphone that I currently have until I can get the new one, like, let's go. So I thought I could still use it to record my game commentary for my Let's Plays. Sadly, that was not the case. Every time I recorded the intro to this episode, I would then stop the recording to check the quality to make sure it was okay. I sounded like a robot, and I have no idea why. There was no filter added to it in my screen recording software. There was like nothing. I just sounded like a robot. And I was like, well, maybe it's the room I'm recording in. So I moved to the closet underneath a blanket where I do a lot of my voice recordings. And it still sounded bad. So I have no idea why my voice will not sound good. And my sister has told me I probably need to record the game commentary in a separate software and then have the game be recorded with the OBS software. But I'm scared to do that because the computer that I'm using to play Touken Ranbu on is pretty old, so I didn't want to cause any issues by having a multitude of programs going at once. So I didn't want to risk that. I'll try that for maybe like a small video and see if that works, but I highly doubt that's going to work. But yeah, that's why it took 5 times for me to record this episode and then just decide, to heck with it. We'll just record with my my headphone microphone for the time being. So yeah, but on today's agenda, we're gonna tackle more of the Edo Castle investigation, get some more keys. Hopefully we can find the Treasure Warehouse 2 keys, but first let's go check out the forge, see who we got, and then start some new ones. Yasusada. And I'm gonna laugh if this is Kiyomitsu again. Oh, nope, it's Souza. Okay. Forge. That's a 3-hour forge. Oh, 2 3-hours. We'll save those for the end of the video. We will save those for the end. Edo Castle. Should we do hard again? Because we would go with this team. Everybody's good, right? Everybody still has their troops. Just want to make sure, because I don't want to risk anybody losing troops, because that would be awful. Also, I promise, guys, I will try not to go on another rant about Sephiroth. I'm sorry y'all had to endure that in the last episode, but I had to rant. I had to rant about Sephiroth. I had to. Because I haven't played Final Fantasy VII. This is my first playthrough of Final Fantasy VII. and he gives me flashbacks to when I was younger and could not beat him in in battle, and it was awful. Okay. Okay, we got 5 action points. So we got to be mindful of where we go. So we're going to go up through the middle. But yeah, if I play any Final Fantasy game on my channel, it will basically be 15. Y'all will see me play like a lot of Final Fantasy 15. That's like one of my favorite games. That game really means a lot to me. That's something that I probably won't get into in my Touken Ranbu series, but definitely my Final Fantasy 15 series. If I do end up recording it, I will basically get into that, because that's a story for another time. And I'd rather that story be told if I'm able to play Final Fantasy on my channel, like Final Fantasy 15, because I owe a lot of my life to that game. So you have replenished 1 action point. So I'd rather talk about it when I'm actually like playing the game. Okay, so we had an action point be replenished. Let's go. Go here. Because I'd play the base game, and then I would stop the base game every time I know, oh, this is where a DLC happens, because there's like 4 DLCs to the game that add more to the story that I would totally play as well. Or I may just play through the whole main game and then the DLCs. It all depends on how I want to do this, but I think I'm gonna go with the latter, because I just think it would be easier, because once I get into the base game, it's kind of hard for me to then stop and be like, oh, okay, like let's go play a DLC now. And also, I don't quite know, like, canonically where one of the DLCs take place. Oh, we had 3 level ups, 63, 52, and 52. We had 1 action point replenished. And we found 4 keys. Nice. Because remember how many keys we got to last time, guys? Like, it was a lot. Okay. We had 3 keys and a replenished action point. Nice. Oh, nothing there. Moving on. And I've been trying to think of other games that I would like to play. One game series that I totally probably would play just for nostalgia reasons would be Spyro the Dragon. That was my first, like, Spyro the Dragon 2, Ripto's Rage, was my first video game that I ever played. Because I'm a 90s kid, I grew up with, like, computer games in my house, so I had, like, those animated storybook, like, those Disney animated storybook, PC games, and I just noticed we lost our golden archers. Oh no. I had those growing up, but when it came to, like, physical video games, Spyro the Dragon Ripto's Rage was the first one I ever played, and reason for that is because like, my family took a vacation when I was like 5 or 6 years old, and the room came with a PlayStation 1. and you could go down to the lobby and rent games for the night. And we went down there, and the only game that they had for kids, because this hotel was like, oh, like, kids that age don't play video games. Well, the only game that they had for kids my age was Spyro the Dragon, Ripto's Rage. And the guy who's helping us pick the games actually said, I love this game, you know, why don't you give it a shot? And I went back up to the room and played it, and I absolutely fell in love with it. And I was so sad when we had to return it the following morning because we were going home. But then pretty much that's how I discovered video games, pretty much. And Spyro was my first, was one of my first video games. So when they remastered it for the 4, you could say I was pretty ecstatic. I was like really, really happy. Because this was my childhood, getting new graphics, new voice actors, new music, but you could still play like the old music if you wanted to, which I like. That's a feature I really, really like, because I am not the biggest fan of the new music that they made for the remastered copy of the game. I prefer the old one, so I'm glad that they give you the option to do that. But I was like so happy when I found out that it was coming out, and it was all 3 of them. I was like, yes, oh my gosh. Because as a kid, I never got to really finish the main stories of any of the Spyro games except one, and that was the 3rd one, which is my absolute favorite. Full disclosure, that one's my favorite. Because my game discs were all scratched up, because this was the day and age when like people would leave the discs out all the time, and so my discs, my copies of the original Spyro games are all but destroyed. I still have them as like little mementos and stuff, but they don't get played anymore, so they just kind of sit on my shelf as like a reminder of my childhood and where my love for video games first started, which was with Spyro. But I'm hoping to see some of the other Spyro games get remastered soon as well. Like, I know like there was Spyro 4, which I know is not everybody's favorite. That was Enter the Dragonfly for the PlayStation 2. I personally don't like that game either. It was kind of like mesh. But oh yeah, we got 8 keys. But like after that, there was a Spyro: A Hero's Tale, which I know isn't everybody's favorite either. I thought it was okay. Like, I thought it was okay. It was an okay adaptation, but like it was okay. But the like story-wise, it was very confusing. Story-wise. Oh no, you don't lose them. Nice. But that one I know is not a lot of like hardcore fans like favorite Spyro game, but it was a hit or miss for me. It had its moments that I actually quite liked. And then after that we had the 3rd set of Spyro trilogy, like the 2nd version of a Spyro trilogy game, which was The Legend of Spyro, where they kind of tried to do like a fantasy, epic, like movie style video game series. There were 3 of them, and it starred, get this, Elijah Wood as Spyro. Picture that, Frodo Baggins as the voice of this little purple dragon. It cracks me up to this day that was a thing, and when the first game came out, oh, you bet I was like I was happy. When I was a kid, anything with Spyro on it got me hyped. I was so excited, regardless if Spyro was in the title, I was happy, except when Skylanders came out. No offense, Skylanders, I did not like it. I did not like it. Sorry, like I know some people are probably gonna be like, what, you didn't like Skylanders? Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I did not like Skylanders. It was I guess it was just not made for my age group. So, oh my gosh, we are not hitting any battles. We're getting keys! Hey, an action point was replenished. Don't mind if I do. What is going on? Thank you. But yeah, the Legend of Spyro trilogy, I liked them. No, I know not a lot of people did, but I did. I liked them as a kid. They were probably some of the first Spyro games when I was younger and they were coming out. They were probably some of the only Spyro games that I was actually able to 100% all the way through and actually finish them. Because I would dedicate so much time into trying to piece that story together. Because there were 3 games. It went Legend of Spyro: A New Beginning, Legend of Spyro: The Eternal Darkness, or The Eternal Night, I believe. Yeah, Legend of Spyro: The Eternal Night. And then Legend of Spyro 3, Dawn of the Dragon, which introduced the multiplayer system in the game where you could play as the other main character, Cinder, who was played by, I think, Christina Ricci, which was pretty cool. But Elijah Wood played Spyro. Sparks' voice actor constantly changed. One minute he's played by David Spade. I'm not kidding. David Spade played Sparks in the first game. I forgot who plays him in the second one, because if I'm going to be honest, the second game in the Legend of Spyro trilogy is my least favorite. I love the song, don't get me wrong. The song during the end credits is gorgeous. I actually have it on my iPhone. But story-wise, it was awful. It was awful. It was all over the place. It wasn't very focused, if I'm gonna be honest. It wasn't a very focused game. Oh god, was it Billy Crystal? Billy Crystal was in one of them, but I can't remember which one it was, but Billy Crystal was in one of them and he was the voice of Sparks. But David Spade was my favorite Sparks in the Legend of Spyro trilogy. But yeah, but he didn't return to play Sparks in any of the other games, which was sad, but Billy Crystal was one of them. Maybe it was Dawn of the Dragon. And the Gary Oldman plays this dragon named Ignitus in all 3 of the games. It does a fabulous job. One thing I could praise about the Legend of Spyro trilogy, other than the music, is the voice acting. It's very, very good. But it tried to take a different approach to the Spyro story, especially when the 3rd game introduced Hunter, who's from the original Spyro trilogy. They kind of introduced him as being this, warrior, when in actuality, if you go and look at the original trilogy, Hunter is actually a big goofball. He's a really big goofball, but all of the other games after the main trilogy tried to change that about him, especially this one, where it was like, no, he's this warrior. And it's like, okay, cool. I was like, cool, he's a warrior. We got 12? You gotta be kidding me. I'm over here talking about my childhood video game series, and I'm not even noticing that we got a lot of keys. Oh my gosh. And I'm sorry, I'm ranting once again, but that is a video game series that I would absolutely love to show you guys, because it's the only video game series that I can 100% across the board now, since I'm an adult now and know how to beat some of the more complicated levels. But it would be the remastered edition, because the old school one is very hard to come by now. Oh my gosh, we got it! Shut up! Treasure Warehouse 2, you gotta be kidding me! You gotta be kidding me! Go back! Go back! Oh, we got it! We did! That is insane! Because what's in here again? Okay. Oh, one of the dried plums is in here. Some help tokens, because isn't a dried plum? Dried plum is in here too. Mystic Dongo. Because in here is where one of the swords is. Because one of the swords is in here, and one of the other swords is in here. We gotta get that 3rd one. Okay, we're going to go ahead and take a guess because we have the keys to do so, and then we'll go back and unlock some more. We're going to start in this middle one on page 3. Whetstone. That's okay. That's okay. Let's do one more. Let's do the first page, and we're going to do this top corner. Charcoal. That's fine. That's totally fine, guys. I'm just shocked that we got it, to be completely truthful. I'm like, whoa, there's no way we got that, but we did. And we still have a lot of passes to go. But, yeah. Spyro the Dragon, my absolute childhood video game series that I would love to play on this channel when I figure out how to. And I will play the games in order. So we would start with Spyro the Dragon, then Spyro the Dragon 2, and then Spyro the Dragon 3, my favorite. So we basically end it all with my favorite. Whether or not I will play them completely through to 100% them, even though I've already done it once already as soon as the game came out, is completely up for debate. I may just play it so you guys who probably don't know who Spyro is can kind of get a feel for the games and how they're played, as well as the story of all 3 of the games, and also get to see, you know, what an old video game in the 90s that's been remastered looks like now, because even Crash Bandicoot, who was also very popular when Spyro was popular. Ooh, 45 and 64. He even got his first 3 games remastered, including the Nitro racing one, which I loved. I loved Crash Bandicoot Nitro Racing. I still need to get that. The only game from the original Crash Bandicoot trilogy that I've actually played is Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped, because I remember that one was like, oh, you can ride a dinosaur or a polar bear or a tiger. You got these motorbikes and you got the giant hamster ball. Like, those I remember because those levels were so much fun that I was constantly going back and just replaying them just for the heck of it. And then I was shocked when they announced, oh, here's the official Crash Bandicoot 4 for the PlayStation 4 and the Nintendo Switch and Xbox. And I held off and I went, wait a minute, the official Crash Bandicoot 4, because I'm sorry, when I was a kid, the first Crash Bandicoot game I ever played was Crash Bandicoot: The Wrath of Cortex for PlayStation 2, which was actually advertised as Crash Bandicoot 4. So I have no idea where this is Crash Bandicoot 4 has come from, because last time I checked, Crash Bandicoot: The Wrath of Cortex when I was growing up was Crash Bandicoot 4. So I was shocked that they were like, here is a brand new Crash Bandicoot game. It isn't a remastered, it's actually a brand new Crash Bandicoot game, which makes me worried for Spyro. Because I'm looking at Spyro like we already had Spyro 4, 5, and then a whole brand new trilogy. And then we had Skylanders, and then we had all the handheld Spyro games like Spyro Orange for Game Boy, and Spyro 2 Season of Flame, Spyro Season of Ice. Or like and then there was another Spyro game I remember for the Nintendo DS that I could never get at the store. That game, I don't know, I could never get that game. And I'm very sad. I never could get that game. I need to actually find my DS and see what DS games I have, because people keep telling me, no, you have that Spyro game. And I'm like, well, I don't remember it. That probably just says a lot. Like, I don't recall having that Spyro game at all. I probably do have it, but I just can't remember it. But yeah, like, that makes me worried for Spyro. It makes me worried that they are going to do a magical 4th game for him and Enter the Dragonfly, even though I do not like Enter the Dragonfly. Enter the Dragonfly is no longer going to be regarded as the 4th Spyro game. But I haven't heard anything about a brand new Spyro game coming out for the 4. I just know that the remastered copy of the first 3 games got released on Nintendo Switch. It's on Xbox, and I think on Steam. Come to think of it, don't quote me on that though. But I just sit here and like try to wrap my brain around how Crash Bandicoot got a brand new game, and they're calling it Crash Bandicoot 4 when there was a 4th Crash Bandicoot game. But I guess it is what it is. Okay, we're back to 6, so I can go this way. But I'm sorry, I had to get into that because Spyro, man, Spyro. And I just also want to say that it's because of the remastered copy of Spyro that I can get Spyro merch, because when I was a kid, you could never get any Spyro merch. I think the most I had was a balloon, this inflatable balloon of Spyro that I got at a fair. That was the most I had of a Spyro like licensed merchandise. That's all I had. And my cat popped it. My cat hated that thing that I always would put it in high places thinking I would save it. And nope, my cat climbed the top shelf and took its claws to it and whacked it and popped it. And now I cannot find that that exact balloon anymore, but it makes for a funny story. My cat had a vendetta against Spyro, I guess. But that was, growing up, that was the only licensed Spyro merch out there. There really was hardly any. There was like hardly any Spyro merch at all. But now thanks to the like release of the new game, as well as companies that cater to a lot of nostalgia, there is like a lot now. I actually have I have 2 Spyro t-shirts. I have one that I actually got at just a regular retail store. I think it was Kohl's. I saw it in the clearance section, and I went, "Oh my gosh, that's Spyro!" And it was like the original Spyro design, like before the remastered, like the original Spyro design. And I bought it immediately. I was like, I can't leave the store without that. And then I got another one from a store that caters to like the 80s and the 90s, and it was in Japanese. It was a Japanese Spyro t-shirt, and I got that. And that one also was the original Spyro design from the 90s. So it wasn't the new one, it was like the original. And I scooped that up immediately as well because I thought it was so cool. And then my college roommates found a Spyro posable action figure at Target. And they got me that as a birthday gift because they knew how much Spyro meant to me growing up. So they got that as a birthday gift for me. And he sat on my desk at my old job for for a long time. He just sat there. He was a little desk buddy for me. Like, he would sit there at my desk, and nobody really would notice him. They'd come in my office, but wouldn't notice my little Spyro sitting on the desk. But yeah, I love Spyro. I'm going to look back at this footage, and it's literally going to be 20 to 25 minutes of me just talking about Spyro. I'll have to put Spyro in the thumbnail. Oh, 54 and 52! We obtained 3 keys for a total of 17 keys! Oh, we are definitely going to go try again for the 3rd warehouse key. Because we got lucky and got warehouse 2 There's no way. There's no absolute way that we can't get lucky again. Okay, we're gonna try one on the 4th page, and we're gonna try this one. Okay, that's charcoal. Okay, we're gonna do this one. Let's try this one at the top. Steel. And let's do this one. Steel. Okay. Not... Should we do one more? Let's do one more. We're gonna do this one. Oh, we got a help token! I know I said we would wait till the end of the video, but I am very curious. I'm a very curious person. Who did we get? Oh my gosh, another Masakuni. Do this again. That is another 3 hours. Yikes. Let me get these out of my my mailbox real quick. Receive items. Okay. Let's... I'm scared to do extremes, so like that's why I'm not doing it. I have a feeling I could probably do it, but I'm worried. Okay. Oh, come to think of it, I still need to get the Spyro Funko Pops. I know there's 2 of them. There's one of him in his usual pose, like his famous pose that's on the cover of the first PlayStation 1 game. And he has like a little Sparks with him. And then there was the exclusive, which I don't think I can get anymore, of him in the air. So he came with like a little blue stand, and he was in the air. I may check this local shop in my hometown that sells used Funko Pops. I may see if they have the flying one, because I know I could just go online and buy the standard one, but the flying one looks really cool, and I wouldn't mind having that. My family knows I have a lot of Funko Pops. Like, they can't take me anywhere that sells Funko Pop figures, because I end up leaving with more like Funko Pops than I can count. One series of Funko Pops that I actually wouldn't mind the company making is Touken Ranbu Funko Pops. I seriously think they would be extremely cute. Like, they can be like, they could be doing like their little poses that we see them do in the Hanmaru. Like, I just think it would be super cute to have Touken Ranbu Funko Pops. Oh, we got 3 keys and we replenished an action token. Oh, no. Oh, we could go this way. But I just think those would look super duper cute. Okay, we'll still go up here. Nothing. Nothing. Okay. But I don't know if they'll do Funko Pops for Touken Ranbu, because they seem to like really latch on to whatever's popular in pop culture. Because I know a friend of mine, she sent me the Squid Game Funko Pops, and we found that you could basically buy the entire set, like the whole set from Walmart. Like she was like, you can literally just go to Walmart and buy the whole set, and I'm like, yeah, and you can go to Barnes and Noble and buy the entire BTS one. So she didn't know that they did that. She didn't know that sometimes like they'll occasionally sell all the figures in like a box set, and it's like, yeah, no, they do that. But we kind of like were like wondering what else they'll come up with, and I would like a set of Touken Ranbu Funko Pops because I just think they look super cute. But I haven't gotten any word whether or not they will. Nice. Oh, Hajiska got the level 65! We got 3 keys by defeating the enemy, for a total of 13 keys. Nice. Okay, we got 2 more passion permits left. We'll go ahead and just play them out, and then go do like from there. Like if we have enough to get a couple of chests opened, to try to see if we can get the 3rd warehouse key, we will. We'll go ahead and do that up, and then we'll use the any help tokens that we get to do the 2 3-hour forges that we got going on, so we can see if we got any new swords, because man, it's been a while since you guys have heard me get excited because we got a new sword. It's been so long. Oh no! Oh no! No, 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 no! Yay! There we go. Okay, so we got 5. We'll just go up this way. Of course there's nothing. And we're gonna go this way first. Oh, okay. We got 3 keys, and then we replenished an action point. So we are back to 4, so we can go back here. Nice. I think I'm also really getting the hang of this event. We'll go up here. And of course they replenish an action point. Okay. Up we go. We didn't get many keys this run, but that's okay. Okay, okay. Nice. Oh, you got the level 46! We obtained 3 keys by defeating the enemy, for a total of 9 keys. Again, we didn't get a lot of keys, but that's okay. It just adds to the total. Alright. Alright, this is the last run. We have a total of 31 keys right now. And of course, Surumaru is exhausted. So, do not worry, Surumaru. We will bring it. You know what, Kanisada? We haven't seen you in a while. Why don't you come on down? Go on this event with us. Okay. There we go, there we go. Oh, we replenished 1 action point. Okay, so which way do we want to go? Well, we have 6, so we'll go this way. Nothing, of course. Then we'll go up here. I was scared I was going to go here and it would be like, nope, nothing here either. And it's like, what the heck, man? Oh wow, 2 action? They're really trying to make me run all over this map. We're gonna go over here. Oh, another battle. Give me keys, not action points. Give me keys. Give me keys, not action points. I need keys. Watch them have me run all over this map like they almost did like last episode, and at the beginning of this episode having me run all over the place while I was ranting and raving about my childhood game. Nice. There they go again. Here's an action point. No, give me keys, not action points. Give me keys. That's what I really care about. Give me the keys. Nothing. Oh, there we go. I got 3 and they gave me an action point. Go figure. They're like, here you go. Here's an action point. Thanks. I really want keys though. I know running all over the map is a good thing because it's like, yeah, no, like that way you can get keys and more action points and stuff in order to do the entire map. And I'm like, that's all cool and all, but I'd rather just get the keys. I know probably a lot of people are yelling at my screen too, being like, no, save the keys. And I'm like, well, the event's only around for like 7 more days. Like, I don't know if I'll even make it to the 4th warehouse. It's worth a shot, but I don't know if I'm even gonna make it. Like, if I could at least get the 3rd one open and have a try at getting one of the 2 swords that you can get from this event, that'd be great. Okay, so we go here. Because, like, I'm still flabbergasted about how I got the 2nd warehouse key just from guessing. It was literally just from guessing. I got the 2nd warehouse key, and now we're trying to find that 3rd one. During my off time, I may try to, like, play off screen in order to probably get a few more keys. That when I record the next episode of this event, if I can, like, we will immediately just start off with opening chest after chest after chest in order to try and find it. Ah, Kanisada got to level 44. Why? Oh, thank you. You gave me 4. It's like, why? I don't need them. Oh, thank you. See? I knew I was right to go over here, not over there. You have got to be kidding me. 3? We're back to 5 now? Where do you expect me to go? Of course there's nothing. Okay, okay. Come on, guys. Hang in there. We're almost done. Nice. Why? I got nowhere to go. Watch them give me more action points instead of what I really want, which is the keys. Okay. We got this, y'all. No, hang in there, please. I know y'all are just gonna be replenished when we get back to the Hanmaru anyways, but please hang in there. Nice. Perfect. And they gave me nothing. Okay. We're making it. We're making it. Oh, no, Kitsune got to level 54! Why do you hate me, game? Okay, here we go. There you go, there you go. Oh, I leveled up to level 34. And Hachisa got to level 66. And we obtained 1 key, guys. 1 key for a total of 8. Okay. You know. Alright, we have 39 keys in total. Alright. Let's do this bottom corner one. Okay. And we're going to do this one. Oh, we got a dried plum! Nice! Okay, let's go to the 4th page. We're gonna do this one in the middle. Whetstone. And let's do this bottom one here. Charcoal. Okay, we're gonna do this one here for this page. Charcoal. And let's make it a diagonal. Let's do this one. Charcoal. Well, We can do one more. But I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to wait. I'm not going to do that. We're going to see if we can get more. So we got 48 left. 48 out of 60. Don't worry, we'll find the key. Okay. So we're going to use a help token on this guy so we can see if it's a new sword. Nope, it's just Shokodai Kiri. And we're back to an hour and 30 minutes. That's okay though. And this is where I'm going to wrap up this episode of Let's Play Touken Ranbu. I'm sorry it was more about me talking about a childhood video game series that I grew up with as a kid instead of more about Touken Ranbu, but hey. I had to get this off my chest because I really loved that game growing up, and I'm just trying to find other titles that I think people would love to see me play. So yeah. But we found the second warehouse key, which I'm still trying to wrap my head around. Like, that is... We only had, what? Because it said 25 out of 30 had been opened at the time. We only opened 4 treasure chests. So that is amazing. Like, amazing that that happened. So hopefully it'll happen next episode. We'll find the third warehouse key, hopefully, and have a shot at getting one of the swords. So I'm going to try to play in order to get a few more keys before the event's over, because I know it ends on the 15th, and today is November 8th of me recording this, at the time of me recording this episode. So I'm going to try to log in tomorrow and just kind of play off screen and see if I can get a couple of keys saved up, so when I record the next episode for this event, we'll have some keys saved up to try to see if we could get that third warehouse key. I'm too hyped now to quit, so I'm just so happy. But yeah, I'm glad you guys are still enjoying my Let's Play series of Touken Ranbu, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Have a good day, guys!